Good day. I am Dr. Isabel Fong of University Malaysia Sarawak. The topic of my research is entitled The In Vitro Study of Chemopreventive Mechanisms of Clinacanthus nutans extracts on human colorectal cancer cell lines HT29 and HCT116. So how did I come about with this topic? It started with my interest in medicine and health, and I combined it with my love for nature, especially medicinal plants. The herbal plant that my team and I worked on is called Clinacanthus nutans, commonly known as Sabah snakegrass or Yu Duan Cao in Chinese. It started off with anecdotal evidence gathering from families and friends who had been consuming this. Hence, the interest was to know what is inside or the composition of the herb. We started off with simple plant extraction using various ovens and conventional methods before assessing these extracts. Initially, I tested the extracts on different clinically important bacteria and found some interesting results. This prompted me to propose a few projects, including chemical analysis, antioxidant potential, and antibacterial profile of this extract. Once we found the antioxidant potential was promising, this project branched out to different areas, wound healing and anti-cancer. As we had assessed and found it had antioxidant potential, this directed us to look into anti-cancer property. Why? Because free radical damage to DNA is one of the hallmarks of cancer. Ability to scavenge and mop out these free radicals confers a chemopreventive property against cancer. We selected colorectal cancer. According to World Health Organization in 2020, colorectal cancer ranked third most common cancer in the world, with an approximately 2 million cases per year reported. It was the second most common cancer death, that translated to 1 million deaths per year. Since there is a 15-year window intervention, this cancer is preventable. We are often more receptive towards food that we are familiar with. The same with herbal medicine and supplements. Clinacanthus nutans had been consumed as tea as well as supplement when blended with fruits. It is also found as an ingredient in a common Hakka cooking called loy cha. Now, from extraction to chemical analysis, and we found out about antioxidant potential, which lead us to anti-cancer properties. In 30-minute extract of Clinacanthus nutans using ethanol, IC50 was approximately 200 microgram per ml in HCT116 and 230 microgram per ml in HT29, while 24-hour Clinacanthus nutans extract yielded IC50 of approximately 280 microgram per ml in HCT116 and 220 microgram per ml in HT29 cell line. Now, are these cells stopped growing, or are they actually dying off? We decided to perform apoptosis assay. We found high concentrations of 500 microgram per ml and 700 microgram per ml showed less effective shift from early to late apoptosis in HT29, while low concentration at 250 microgram per ml was more impressive in pushing early apoptotic cells to late apoptosis and eventually cell death. Of late, the prevalence of multi-drug resistant pathogens, especially bacteria, is on the rise. In particular, the prevalence of antibiotic resistance bacteria in diabetic patients and those stubborn wounds that are hard to heal. My team and I tested the Clinacanthus nutans extracts on 5 gram positive and 5 gram negative clinically important bacteria, including Staphylococcus aureus, multi-drug resistant Staphylococcus aureus, Klebsiella species, E. coli, etc. First, we tested it on Staphylococcus aureus, and we found the results were promising. Next, we tested it on MRSA. Similarly, equally impressive results. Next, we create pseudo-wound by growing one layer of human keratinocytes in Petri dish, and we create the wound using the tip of the needle. As time goes by, we watch the cell close up. When the cell closes up, we consider the wound has healed. Next, we create a pseudo-wound in the presence of MRSA, and we observe the effects of Clinacanthus nutans and the duration of the wound closing up. We found the results were promising and encouraging further development into product. It is the hope of the team that we can one day move from garden to bench and move to targeted bedside intervention using nature to alleviate diseases. In other words, the common herb can be accessible to all for wellness and health according to United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 3. As the catchphrase of UNIMAS goals, to create a community-driven university for a sustainable world. Thank you.